I reminisce about the love we had. I reminisce about the love we had. Tender moments seem to go so fast. Reminisce, reminisce. I reminisce about the love we had. I reminisce about the love we had. A love so strong it will never pass.
Love Park Connection.
Hey, you guys. How you
Hey,
guys
you
doing
guys.
today? So today we are actually going to talk about, we have some subscribers. Our subscribers will send in different questions for us and ask us our opinion on certain things going on in their relationship. So we are going to try to dedicate one day a week to answering the questions. And it's not going to be a long video. We're just going to make it one of those, quick and to the point type videos. But we wanted to answer some of these questions to help you guys out. Because that's what we're here to do. That is what we're here to do, right, baby?
Yeah, Lord help us.
I don't know why he's tired, y'all.
We
He's
got-
tired.
We got to do our best to answer what we can.
We are, but I also, when I get the questions in, I will sometimes go and look what other relationship experts are talking about, just so we can get a variety of information to help you out as best we can. So, but before we get started, let us introduce ourselves. Welcome to Love Park Connection, where we talk about the pains and pleasures of life, love, and relationships. My name is Angela Parker.
And I'm Pierre Parker.
We are a husband and wife marriage and relationship coaching duo. We have been married 28 years, together for over 30 years, and it is our goal to help Black couples communicate more, love more, and build healthy long-term relationships and marriages. And also, before we get started, if we could ask all of you to do us a favor, if there's anything you've enjoyed about our content or have found value, please support our channel by subscribing and liking our content. And when you support our channel, you help us grow the community, and that also helps us help others build healthy relationships and marriages. So please click the subscribe button and like button, and also hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new content. And anything else I need to add to that?
No, that's it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, there is one other thing.
Oh.
In our comments, if you guys could at least, let us know where you are listening from, which state you're listening from, and tell us a little bit about yourselves if you like. That helps us get to know you. Helps us get to know who our audience is. Okay, so that's really appreciated too. So thank you.
Thank you.
He's gonna be silly today because he's tired. He's been gigging all weekend, rehearsing, going to work. He still works full time. So,
Yep.
yeah, he's a hardworking man, my baby. And
Yes.
he gets on here and he does these podcasts with me. So I try not to ask him to do too much, but it's busy this month. So
yes, busy.
All right, baby. So I'm gonna let him relax a little bit this time, and but he's going to go ahead and ask the questions that we received, and I'm going to go ahead and do my best to answer them.
Okay. So,
I'm going to put the old man glasses
on. My peepers on. My peepers. You know what I'm saying?
That's an old man. Peepers.
My peepers. Yeah, let me pull up my paper. Questions. Question number uno. My husband is very direct. And most times, I do not need to hear. I do not feel he hears, or he does. I don't feel. Wait a minute. Let me start that over. My husband is very direct, and most times I do not feel he hears me or my concerns. He talks over me, especially in conversations when conversations get heated.
Okay.
So.
Oh, do you want to? I know you like to come off the cuff with stuff.
Yeah,
do you
want to come off the cuff with things? So,
so what advice would you give this young lady?
I would, I would tell this young lady, you know, uh, I would probably say when you guys are talking and it starts to get heated, I would probably say, you know, as much as you may want to get your point across, if you feel it's getting heated, stop. Stop the conversation until it's and then say, look, we can't do this until it's and let's calm down. And if he wants to continue to stay heated and all that stuff, then walk out.
Yeah.
Go in the other room, chill for a little while. And then once you guys are calm and let him know we're not going to get anywhere with this being heated. And we're trying to talk and we're going back and forth on this. So until we can calm down and we can talk, together and respect each other and listen to each other, then we're just gonna have to let's just chill on this until we get ourselves calm.
Exactly.
I know sometimes that could be kind of hard, but you're not gonna get anywhere if you guys are heated. First of all,
Right.
The conversation is not gonna go anywhere. Nobody's gonna listen to anybody. But second of all, I would say in his case, man, you gotta, that's one thing that we try not to do. We try not to talk over each other. Excuse me. If I'm talking and then she cuts in and she knows I hate, and she knows that, and some of my friends know that I hate when you step over me and you jump in and you cut me off. I hate that. That is one of the most disrespectful things to me. So you guys have to have that understanding that if he has to understand that as a husband, if she's talking, don't just butt in and cut her off and all that stuff. Let her get it out. And the same thing with you as the wife. If he's speaking, let him get it all out. If you got to write down what you got to say and till you get ready to say what you got to say, do it. But let him get it off. Let him get off. Not let him get it off. That sounds bad, huh? Let him get all his what he has to say, or let her get out what she has to say, and then you say what you have to say. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is the reason why things get heated also is because you guys are cutting each other off. Right. And so basically you're disrespecting each other by doing that.
And nobody's hearing.
And nobody's hearing nothing.
Right.
So I would say that number one, for the young lady or, wiser lady, walk away until you guys can calm down.
Right.
And then my other thing is with him, don't just, talk over her, let her, hear what she has to say.
Right.
So that's what I would say.
Okay.
I mean, does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense. So, and I'm going to give a more clinical, well, I'm not going to say clinical because I'm not a clinician or a therapist, but I'm going to give a different perspective. It's not off the top of my head. It's some research that I've, done. Mm-hmm. So when you so there's direct and indirect communication styles. And again, it can go because of the cultural differences. Some people are straightforward while others might be a little more subtle or indirect. And then that can cause misunderstandings. If one person or one partner interprets the other indirectness as being evasive or dishonest. So what you really want to do is you need to foster effective communication in your relationships. And this is it starts by understanding and respecting each other, like Pierre said. You need to respect each other's communication styles. You need to recognize that there are differences, and you need to strive to find a middle ground where both partners feel like they've been heard and they're understood, and balancing that direct and indirect approach as needed. So, and you need to practice active listening skills. And that means, like Pierre said, let that person finish what they're going to say and listen to understand what they're saying. And you might have to repeat. You might have to say, hey, this is what I'm hearing you say. You're saying A, B, C, D. Mm-hmm. And you're saying it in your own words. You're not trying to repeat verbatim what the person said. or what your spouse said, but you're trying to repeat as you understood what that person said. And that gives him or her the opportunity to say, no, that's not what I said. But again, respect that goes a long way in the relationship. Respect that person or your partner's communication style. Listen with an open ear. I always say listen with an open ear, an open heart, an open mind. Don't be so quick to say, I need to say what I have to say, and then jump into it without really hearing what your partner has to say. Okay? Let's go on to the second question.
First. All right. My fiance and I are from totally different backgrounds, and we have difficulty coming to resolutions in many areas of our relationship. Okay, this is an interesting one.
You want me to start while you think?
Yeah, you start that one.
Okay, so again, so let's see. So this is the one. It's conflict, background. Oh, totally different backgrounds. Okay. Okay. So when you come from different backgrounds, you are going to learn different methods for handling conflict, because I'm assuming that they're having, difficulty coming to resolution. So that means there's conflict going on. So, for example, some might approach conflict head on to resolve the issue quickly, get it out the way, and then move on, while others might avoid it. Confrontation, because they want to maintain that harmony, but avoiding it is not going to help resolve whatever is going on. I know I'm being more vocal as I get older and get a little more wisdom, but but usually I was the one who remained quiet and tried to avoid conflict because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with the issue at hand, so I figured if I avoided it, it's going to go away. But it doesn't go away. So to effectively manage conflict in your relationships, you need to identify and acknowledge each other's conflict resolution styles. Just like communication styles, you need to understand and respect their their conflict resolution styles, whether it's confrontational or avoidant. So, and maybe it's a little of both.
Yeah.
So develop a strategy that blends both approaches to address the issues constructively without causing unnecessary stress. So if your partner is an avoidance, you still want to approach it, but be understanding, be empathetic to how your partner is feeling. And if you've been in a long-term relationship, you're going to know your partner's conflict resolution style. So make sure you just have a real basic understanding of how your partner wants to resolve or feels comfortable in resolving conflict. This is going to hopefully involve setting specific times for discussions. So don't just come at somebody head on when you have something you want to discuss, but your partner's more like, I'm not ready to discuss it right now. Give your partner that space. Use calming techniques. Like I said, don't come right at them. Maybe approach them, hey, we need to really discuss this, without being, so forceful and so just like right in their face, because that's going to cause them to retreat. And agree on rules for fair fighting. What is that? The art of war? I don't know. You have rules to arguing and to having disagreements, and set those rules and make sure you both abide by those rules. It has to be an agreed upon set of rules. And if conflicts prove challenging to resolve, consider seeking professional help, whether that's coaching, whether as a mediator, whether that's a therapist, whatever works, so you guys can figure out a solution to what your conflicts are and how to deal with your different resolution styles. And just have a balanced approach. And this helps ensure that conflicts are managed in a way that strengthens the relationship rather than creating additional tension.
Okay.
All right.
Well said.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the
No,
last one.
We can't go on to the last one
Why?
because that's the time.
What? No, we're going to do the last one.
We're going to go past our little limit. We said we was only going to
We're going to go past our limit. Do a last one.
Okay.
There's just one more.
Peepers. All right. Both my wife and I have high stress jobs, and we have to deal with some of her family's problems. How can we handle our stress and our outside pressures? Wow.
You want to answer that one?
Or
you think you're going to go way past our limit?
Oh, we already passed. We're going to be way past it.
No, just go ahead and give you a short answer. Do you want me to?
I mean, my short answer, first of all, my thing would be, why are you dealing with family members' problems? Because they're not your problems. So you should probably.
Okay, I didn't see that one coming.
You should deal with your own problems and let family deal with their own problems. That's me. But the other part is, I understand you have high stress jobs, and you can't bring that stress home no matter what. You have to leave whatever those stresses are at the job. Once you bring them home, you got all kind of problems. So now that you done brought the high stress problems from your job home, and you have your problems from your family all in your house or home with you, now you can't have a happy life with you and your spouse. So best way to do it is alleviate both problems. To me, alleviate both problems and don't bring the high stress problems home as much as possible. I know sometimes it's hard, but leave those problems at the job, and then also minimize the problems that you're dealing with as far as family problems. If you can, that would be my solution. Those are family problems. That's when it's not your problems, when you're dealing with other people's problems that are in your family. Like I said, that's not your problem. I mean, you as a couple already have your own problems, so you really don't need to take on anybody else's family or anybody problems. So I would say minimize those family problems and minimize bringing the stress home. If you can, don't bring the stress from work home at all.
Yeah,
Home should be your sanctuary place where your job don't come into that. Your job don't come through those doors. So as much as possible, I understand some people have to bring work home sometime, but compartmentalize that.
Yeah.
Keep that. If you got to bring it home and you got an office or something in your room, in your house or something, go in your office, do what you got to do with your job, leave it in that office, in the home.
Right.
So don't bring the high stress out of that office, or don't bring it home. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, that sounds. So, I think that sounds good because and you, to add on to that real quick, because I don't want to go too much over a time that we have allotted. I would just say, because I had a high stress job, and sometimes before I even got out the car, I would sit in the car. And my thing was, and some people, oh, that's cliche, that's corny, or that's, whatever. But deep breathing.
That's how you decompress.
Meditation, even if it was 5 minutes before I got out the car, and realizing that my job was just that, my job. It was not something I chose to bring home, because I wanted to, once I got through those doors, I wanted to spend my hours and my time with Pierre and the kids without thinking about my job. And that takes time and that takes practice, but it has to be something that you want to accomplish or that you want to do. And it takes effort to not bring that home. He was very good about telling me, don't bring that home, leave it at the job. And when you come home, this is family time. So do your best. And that doesn't mean go out and, go drinking or anything like that, because that doesn't help the situation.
No.
So if you have to learn meditation techniques, if you breathing techniques, whatever whatever you think is going to calm you down, you might, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, take a yoga class, go for a walk before you come home, and let your partner know, hey, I'm going to go for a walk. I can come pick you up and we can go together, or I'm just going to go for a quick 15, 20-minute walk and then I'll be home. Okay. So I won't even go into the technical side of it. So
no, because we'll be here for another 30 minutes.
No, we're going to be out, you guys. So thank you again for joining us. We're going to try and do this, every Wednesday. We're going to try and, answer your questions. So thank you. Keep the questions coming in. We do appreciate you guys. And we are still working on our coaching courses. It's just taking a little more time than I thought. It's more work than I thought it would be, but stay tuned for that, for our discovery course coming soon. I don't know exactly when, but coming soon. So thank you guys. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you guys real soon. Bye.